Hello and welcome to the Mind and Brain Talk Show. Produced by Nicole Munkel, Brooke Simmons, and Katerina Scolamiro. On today's show we are introducing Jean Piaget, a famous Swiss psychologist.
Hello America, and thank you for having me on such a brilliant psychology talk show. It is my pleasure to talk about my studies and research to people who want to learn more about it.
Before starting the interview, we would love to know a brief preview of your life.
Well, of course. I was born in Switzerland on August 9, 1986. Yes, I am an old man, but my studies are focused on the intelligent minds of children. Back in Switzerland, I was known as a prodigy and mycologist.
Very interesting.
Yes, in fact at the age of 11 I attended high school, and in college I started to develop my love for psychology and natural sciences. I am proud to say I even received my Ph.D. in natural sciences in 1918.
Oh wow. Congratulations, Piaget.
Oh, why thank you. Of course I cannot leave out my wife Valentine Châtenay and my 3 beautiful children, who has encouraged me to continue my studies with the mind of a child.
It sounds like you have had such a fulfilled life so far. I am aware that you have also received many awards such as your Erasmus Prize in 1972 and have received recognition for your child development theory.
Yes, that is correct. Other than my scientific studies and research, my psychological studies with children has grown and prospered.
Please, tell us more about your mind-blowing child development theory.
Well, of course. My whole goal was to fully explain the mechanisms and process by which an infant becomes a child, then later develops into an individual who can reason and think on its own.
So basically you are trying to explain the psychological reasoning to why children are able to mentally construct a world of understanding? Therefore, this will let people understand what a child sees and understands in their world?
Yes, that is exactly it. Therefore, I was able to find out why children instinctively come up with games such as tag or follow the leader. What we should understand is that children are born with a basic mentality that soon prospers with experiences and knowledge.
Can you explain to the audience how you went about to do such a well-thought-out experiment?
Well, I must admit I did not work alone. I had my trusty companion Theodore Simon back in Paris. We decided to observe children in a professional manner.
Interesting. How did you do that?
I took several recordings of child interactions and how these young minds develop a sense of independence. I studied their actions, thoughts, and understandings with one another.
That must have been quite fascinating to really ponder the mind of a child.
It was very fascinating to see their intellectualism be so distinct. As we recorded much data, I also evaluated the results of the standardized reasoning tests that Simon had designed. Finally, we revised the test allowing children to explain the logic of the incorrect answers.
What was the overall theory that you came up with?
The cognitive theory. There are 4 stages to this theory: the sensory-motor stage, pre-operational stage, formal operational stage, and the concrete stage. Basically, these stages involve with the development of a child's behavior, science, and mind.
Can you give us a brief overview on why your theory is different from others?
Basically, I focused on cognitive abilities and ideas. I looked at the child development rather than their behavior. Overall, I studied how their growth of the basic mind in stages. It was truly fascinating and rather wonderful.
Wow, how fascinating. Thank you so much, Mr. Piaget, for joining us this evening on the Mind and Brain Show. We would love to know more, but it is time to end the show.
It was my pleasure.
Next week on the Mind and Brain Show, we welcome Sigmund Freud. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week.